Hey. Wow. Almost fell out of my chair. What if I fell out of my chair and I knocked myself unconscious? And then it would take like somebody to be like, "Hey, how come he's not streaming?" How long do you think it would take people to realize? Possibly never. If I knocked myself unconscious while streaming, people would probably just think that like I was having audio problems. How long do you think people would think that? Do you think anyone would become concerned that I was like live on the title screen of Dark Souls the whole time? Or they just think it was like a weird avant-garde bit? Or they think I was in solidarity of some weird thing? I just realized I have to turn my volume down on my TV. I have to get up because I don't have a TV remote. I didn't actually have to. It was fine. It was all good. Hey! Yo, sis. Wait. Oh, I tell you this. Yo. Guess what? It's me back with more Dark Souls. Do we look cool or do we look stupid? I can't tell. Do we look like lame? Are we too basic looking? I feel like I would be cooler if I took off the luminary boots, but nope. I'm never. Do we look cool or not? Should I change? I feel like we look like we're like mid-game, but we are end-game. We have cool shit. I think we kind of look cool. I don't know. You know what? I've changed my mind. We look cool. I think we look raw. We have luminary shoes. I'm never taking them off. Guys, welcome back to Dark Souls. It's Dark Souls in the fucking dark, gamers. Dark castles in the dark. And today, I'll show you what we're doing today. Today, hold on. Today, gamers. We go. We're going down there. I think. I'm pretty sure. Is it across? Isn't that like where the swamp and shit is? So it's over. Is it all the way over there? How do we... Or is it below everything? How do you get to New Londo Ruins? I assumed it was over there. How do we get past the swamp, though, by just taking an elevator down? Is it directly below us, actually? Okay. Hey, we're going there today. Do you remember that on the first stream of Dark Souls, we went to New Londo Ruins? Does this guy have an axe? Or girl? I want to play a girl on a Souls game sometime. That would ruin the beetle thing, but maybe on Elden Ring I'll be a girl. 'Cause I feel like that's just, I don't know. I feel like I didn't even like think that you could do that, but I think you can on all of them. I'm playing Elden Ring this year. I'm gonna play it. Maybe I'll start it after Xenoblade 3 is over. Hey, you know what we're doing today? I don't know this 100%, but I'm pretty sure. We're just gonna go check. I am pretty sure that the Moss Wench in Wench Town. Yo! Kerchussie! That's so loud in my ears. Hey! Oh, did you guys see that guy? Oh, he lived! What a hero. Zebra, thanks for the big raid. Hey, is your face cam Zebra? It's actually Paul McCartney. Why, does he look like he has a head of lettuce? Hey, Zebra, thank you for the big raid with Zebra, Sis, Buddy Row, Pixie, K-Man. I gotta ask, Zebra, how was Cars? I got to see a little bit of it, but like, obviously not like a ton. How did Cars go? Was it the biggest? Oh, yo, here we go. Raw. Was it the biggest stream event of all time? Was it the most Gungantic event of all time? It seemed like it was pretty sick, actually. It was the biggest stream event of all time. I'm happy to hear that. That do my heart good. And now we're here for the little wind down after party. This is like, yo. All right, we getting Squid Game. This is like when after the party you and your friends like just like put on an episode of like fucking, I don't know, America's Next Top Model and order like DoorDash McDonald's and just like chill after the party. And then everybody, like, 2 people fall asleep, 1 person drives home, and the other person just like, I don't know, maybe like logs on to World of Warcraft or something. This is the that to Cars. That's what we're doing right now. Hey, Comb, thank you for the follow. Zebra or Pixel, thank you for the bits. Zebra, thank you for the raid. Comb, I meant when I said follow, I meant sub. But hey, thank you for following too. Her.
Oh, hello. You left me high and dry
What?
for
But
a while.
you're always my number 1.
I thought maybe you'd forgotten about me.
Never.
Are you back for more of my moss then?
I'm back
Plenty
for-
over here, freshly peeled, just for you.
Did we make a joke about this woman peeling the moss off of her inner thighs? Did we make a joke about that yet? Because that was my just gut instinct here, just to just to say that right now. But I feel like we've already said that before. Okay, cool. She does have these. How many of these do we think we can get away with, like, not having? You know? Yo, she has a bunch of cool shit. You can buy humanity from the wench? This is raw.
What a humdrum.
Wait, I'm coming back. Hold on. Chill your fucking horses. Chill your horses. How much does this give me? 5. I think I can buy 2 now. What were they? 3,000 or 4,000? I might just buy like... I mean, listen, we've been able to come here for such a long time that I feel like... Oh god, I don't remember any of the controls. We've been able to go to New Londo for so long that I truly feel like there must be, like, they can't be that bad. We were killing those ghosts, like, with Transient Curse for the little bit that we went down there once when we were at the very beginning of the game. They probably die in, like, 1 hit now. Okay. Yo, Sis! Hey, thanks for that, Sis sub. And Farf, what's up, Farf? I don't think we said hi to Farf. And Brudge. Mr. Feel is retiring the Mr. Feel name. And he changed his Twitter name to Chris Wolfhart. That sounds... Is that really real? Why everything on Big Think is suddenly changing so much? Chris Wolfhart. Is he like coming out as a furry? That sounds like a furry thing. Is it not because Chris Thorndike died? Is that what is he doing it out of respect? I don't know. What else would you call it? Yo, look at us here. Remember here? I guess you're right. It's probably an open secret that he's furry. He always retweets furry shit. All right. You got me. But, like, is that what it's supposed to be? Let's go, Feel. That's raw. Dark Souls is where name changes occur. Isn't Chris Wolfhart that little fucking kid off of Stranger Things? Who's not a little kid anymore. He's like grown now. He's like a big gangly guy. Alright, I'm getting one more. We will do Finn Wolfhard. Finn Wolfhard is like your parents setting you up to like have friends. I feel like it's Finn Wolfhard is your parents setting you up to like get made fun of in elementary school and then get mad pussy all through middle and high school. Because that's the coolest name possibly ever. This is probably the coolest name anyone's ever had. All you need to do is get out of like the zone where people would be like, wow, your name's weird. Like, in high school, everybody would have wanted to have been called Finn Wolfhard. There was a kid I went to college with whose name was Valentine Southpaw. Can you believe that? Valentine Southpaw. Like, and I only learned this because it was in college, so like I didn't actually know him, but the professor for some reason would read out every single person's first and last name on attendance every day, which I don't think was a normal, like, I don't think that's something you would really do, but this professor did. This was a class that I had one of the few classes I ever took who actually took with my roommate Adam, and we came up with like a little nickname for every like character in the class. And it started with this one girl that we named Talkative Blonde because she had blonde hair and she was just like really talkative. She always would ask questions. So there was Talkative Blonde. There was Valentine Southpaw. There was City Girl, who was just this girl who like was from the city. I think she was from New York or something. We had like a little weird name, like a little Seinfeld-esque name for every character in this one class. One of the guys' names was Gorilla because we kind of knew this guy enough that we knew that he dressed up in a gorilla suit for Halloween that year. So we just started calling him Gorilla. I think we knew what Gorilla's name was, but we just called him Gorilla. Yeah, it was Seinfeld-esque. That was a fun class. Yo, here we are, baby. The princes of the fucking universe. Back down with my homies. Hello, homies. Wait, can I sit that? Don't I have sit that? Or was that just, dang it. That must have been John Lemon who had sit that. Because remember at the end of the game, we sat next to, Repentant Grover. Comb, you're free to take Valentine Southpaw and make it you can use that for an MMO. Yo! Oh shit, is this Brudge? Brudge, what are you doing? Why is he trying to PvP me? Brudge! I'm knocking him off. Brudge. Brudge. Don't fall. I know you don't know how to swim, Brudge. Don't fall, Brudge. Don't fall. Brudge. Brudge, don't. Bye, Brudge. There he goes. He came down here to mold and went hollow. He probably had something. I probably shouldn't have done that. But is that not what he deserves? Trying to backseat me. I'll backseat his ass down into the water. We really brudged that one up. Well, that's end of an era. This is where he was. We found him. I should have just not killed him. I should just let him be. All right, do I want to pop one of these right now? These guys usually try to like come across this bridge, right? Come across this bridge. Let's read about this again. Limb of the victim of a curse. This is Brudge's limb. Remember how we got cursed? Temporary curse allows engagement with ghosts. Engagement with ghosts. The only way to fight back against a ghost. Oh, right, yeah. That's actually hilarious. I remember that he was, like, so withered about Kingseeker Framped. He, like, hated that guy. He's like, his breath is so foul. So he came down here to mold, and he just turned hollow. What a loser. Does he not know that Kingseeker Framped is hilarious? Fuck ghosts. What is this? End of an era. Now I feel like we're really end game. What is happening here? Steiner? Did I go over here before? I was so afraid of like getting messed up with ghosts around here that I like didn't do This is also like a uniquely weird area because I can see that there are these drop-offs where there's like water where I like can't walk anymore. But I feel like we've never really come across an area like this before. Alright, well, I don't know what the time limit on this is. It's still affecting me, right? I can see the little sparkle. But we at least want to make sure we can hustle up here and knock all these guys out. There's a bunch of ghosts up here. We want to make sure we can get these guys before it runs out. to do that little praying mantis ass kind of grab. That ghoulish grab. What is happening? Is my, like... I really hope my... Do you see it kind of, like, hitching there on, like, me walking? I really hope my DualSense is fucking up. It feels like the input is being a little weird on, like, running forward. Fuck it. You know what? Give me an excuse to buy another PlayStation controller. I'll get the purple one this time. Bitch. I went through 3 PS4 controllers. Well, I went through 2. I'm on my 3rd one now. What time frame would you be doing, TAC? I could do TAC any time you want, Zebra, except earlier in the day than later. I would probably do it like noonish. Maybe like noon to 2:30. This shit is still going. I guess this curse, like, lasts for a while. I think the one of them that we got when we were first playing, because we did have one, right? I think the one of them that we had, we died. It was the problem. Now it seems to be fine. Maybe it was like the environment was being weird or something. Hopefully my DualSense isn't messed up. Except, you know what? Sometimes when I'm... Alright, gamer confession. Sometimes when I'm playing... What, did he just... Luigi's Mansion booed me? Sometimes when I'm playing Xenoblade... Oh, yo, raw. Because the DualShock that sits on the ground right at my peats, sometimes... Alright, fine. Sometimes I play with the control stick with my toes while I'm playing Xenoblade with my hands. Sue me, damn it. Listen, it's just... I just get fidgety sometimes. Sometimes I play with the control sticks with my peats. Can you fuck off? I'm trying to get parrying dagger for my parrying nips. Sometimes I just a little bit. Sue me. Do we not all do it? Sometimes I play with my peats. Guys, welcome to Dark Souls. Look at us. We're in uncharted land. This feels so fucking, like, this feels huge. This feels huge for us. Good luck. Can you believe we're here? I guess I'll go through here, but, like, this can't be a boss, right? If this is a boss, we got a fucking cool game here. Dark Souls might be a cool game here for us. How far into this area do you guys think this thing lasts for a long fucking time. What the fuck? How far into this area do you think I could have gotten on stream 1? Do you think we could have gotten to that fog door? Look at this guy. Calm down. This also... Did they also do this area late into the game? Because I saw that ghost up there float down through the wall, like through the ceiling thing. I feel like we could have come here a while back. We definitely would not have made it though on the first stream. We would have got real fucked up, but like, I don't know, man. These ghosts ain't that strong. You can't declare it the perfectest, most sainted game? Well, Will, I'll pick up the mantle. I'm gonna fall. Woo. Don't know why I did that. There was no good reason to do that. Alright, I think my shit is gone now. I think that's just the poise ring effect. Hey, did I say I hoped everybody had a good week? That's where I came up, right? That's where I like came down. I'm not... I think I could send me on my way over there. Actually, you know what? You can stand down there. I think I could jump over there, but like, why would I? But is there something down there? I think there has to be. There must. I'm going to check it out. But first... Curse. Yeah, I'm excited to play more. I played a little bit last night, but I mostly did some side quest stuff. I'm liking Xenoblade 3, guys. I think it's quite a good game. I'd recommend it on Switch. But not to Zebra, because I want him to play Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 2 is funny. Okay, nothing down here. There has to be something down here. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Please say psych. This is like me. This is what I would say. I'm giving that an RES. We're gonna drink this. That's Pixel. What if you read one of the what are those things? What are they called in this game? Not bloodstains, but marks, messages? Are they just called messages? What if you read one that just said, "I feel bemused"? Like, Pixel, did you play Dark Souls? It seems like the most unpixel game. The least pixel-esque game I can think of. Alright, we didn't go this way, right? This must be the way. He thinks that all you do is you just walk around. Which, I mean, is pretty true, kind of, in some way. In some way, that's kind of what you do in all video games. Trap ahead. This is cool. This reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus. You guys, would you be down to watch, Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, and The Last Guardian back to back on Weird Champ Friday? Because I have been itching to play the Shadow of Colossus remake that Bluepoint did since it came out. But I haven't done it yet. I was saving it for a Let's Play, and then I decided that was cringe, and then I've been saving it for a stream ever since then. But I've always wanted to play Last Guardian, and the thing about that game is that's it. I haven't played it. I know everybody said it sucked. I feel like people just don't remember what those games play like, and it could actually be cool. I've always wanted to play that, and I feel like if we did that, what if we just played Eco 2? It's not very long. I've played it before. It's like, we play like 2 streams probably, or 3. I think I'm still gonna do the Super next, but would you guys be down to watch that? Yo, brah. What if we just did like, a Zebra? You know how Zebra will do like a series of games sometimes? What if we did the fucking, whatever the studio that does those games is called. I don't know why I'm completely blanking on all of it right now. I think we would do them in order. So we would do Eco first. Can you guys come back? Fuck ghosts. I fucking hate ghosts. This reminds me of the area where you fight the bird on Shadow of the Colossus. That's what I was trying to say. Shadow, I feel like, would take longer. I don't know what the trophies are like on that. They can't be that bad, though. And when I played it before, like, when I was playing it a lot, back in the, like, when I first got into it, I did all, like, the time trial battles and that kind of stuff. I want to 100% it. I think I'm sure there's one for getting, like, all the lizards and all that shit. That seems like my shit. That seems like a way I could easily stretch a playthrough that would be, like, 4 sessions or 3 out into, like, 10. Because there is a lot of shit. There's a lot of space in Shadow of the Colossus that just there's nothing there except maybe a little stamina upgrade. And that's the shit where I'm like, this is the greatest game ever. There's nothing here. Yo, I came all the way out here for a green Titanite. This is my little zone, though. This is a cool little scotch house. Fuck ghosts. Yeah, Bluepoint. I remember reading about it when the game came out. I think they added a whole other like findable, like hidden findable thing. And then like there was like a deep mystery about it that like people were trying to figure out like what it meant. I think it was like a whole big thing. I just want to play it because it looks pretty. I already like the way that that game looks. I've always thought that the fuzzed out PS2 look was like the best look for it. And even though there is like they remastered those games on PS3, I think that they just look better on looking like shit, kind of. But I bet the remake is like immaculate. I'm dying here, huh? Dang it. Well, shoot. That sucked. Fuck ghosts. At least, let me put. All right, here's what we need to do. Let me put the transient curse on my bar. We have plenty of these now. We got more. Getting those from the drop was good. I just wish we had gotten a bonfire down there. I think we had gone pretty much just about all the ways we could go until I got to that one point, and then it felt like I could go anywhere. Also, what's up, Turnip the Drew? And Kingo, welcome home. How was Dragon Ball Heroes? Should I go see it? I probably won't go out, get out to go see it. I have actually so much work to do this weekend. On this. I have a whole thing for Fire Emblem that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make it really good. I'm gonna put it together. And I haven't done any work on it yet. Like, well, that's not true. I've done some work, but I have not created anything. I have not physically created anything yet. I just keep thinking I'll have time to do it. Check my media thread in a few minutes. I will check it in 2.5 hours. Brudge? You Brudge? We brudging out here? All my efforts have been tech. And we're gonna do tack this weekend. We never kindled the Firelink Shrine? I guess why not? Well, I guess we would have kindled it once, right? It starts at 5. Fuck ghosts. Now that I know these guys can drop the curses, though, I should try to fight as many as I can. Because that seems like, unless there's a vendor or something down here, like a, like a merchant that will sell them, which I think there easily could be. That seems like it would make sense. But if there isn't, we'll need to make sure that we keep getting them, so that we can keep moving. We gotta use our resources. Dark Souls is a game about resource management. Did you guys know that? We know there are ghosts here. Do these ghosts have like little ghost scythes? Do they have like kusarigama? Little ghostari gamsha? Don't stop. I'm trying to get all of them in one. There we go. Do they have little ghost Yari Yamcha? Is that something? Is that anything? You guys, Fire Emblem 3 Houses will be over this week. Get excited. Tell your friends. I was like thinking back on how fucking weird of a playthrough it was. Was not the way it ended up is not at all how I thought it was gonna go. I could never have foreseen like the weird levels of like the like places where where no effort went into it, and then the weird places where all the effort went into it. They have little knives, I guess. Little ghostly knives. I think, honestly, looking back on it, it'll kind of be like the White Album to the Sergeant Pepper that is that is Persona. I think that's how I'll look upon the. I mean, it was not in the way that it's long, because Persona was way longer, but just in the way that it was like a different, like it was just a different vibe. And I feel like the fans, like it's where it had its fans, it's in a different way than Persona was. You guys get that? Or is that just very stupid and nothing? I feel like it's my White Album. You guys get me on that. And I'm thinking actually that after Fire Emblem, I'm allowed to enter my flop era. You guys like get that? Do we think that could be fun? I think that. Yo, you were hiding in pots? What are you, Jarvis from Luigi? You guys like Jarvis? He's one of my favorite portrait ghosts. I know it's funny that like he's baby so random kind of. Even though he's not a baby. There is a baby, but he's not him. But like he's so weird. He doesn't even look like a person. What is up with him? Well, that's what I always liked about him. You guys know Jarvis from Luigi's Mansion? I know he does. Did I go? Where did I even fucking go before? Alright, there's nothing down there. That's that little hut. Did I go across here? Danganronpa's gonna be my flop era. Uh-oh. That was a person. Whoops. Was it? That looked like a person. Uh-oh. Dang it! Did I kill a character there, Sis? Whoops. Oh, that was just a ghost? Okay, good. It just looked like they were like here in like the right spot. This is kind of cool. Look at the little climbing up the chimbley. Also, bones. Bitch. Fuck ghosts. It looks like my shit is gone now. Can I just get ghosts? The ghost funhouse. It is a little bit like a spooky haunted manch. All right, hold on. So we came. That's. All right. We know that this room is. Was this where I just was, or was that the other room? It seems like. Yeah. It seems like. Oh, this is where I died before. Okay, hold on. I'm chugging. Chug a lug, mate. Get a bloody chug a lug. No. I will not die. These guys are no joke, though. Ghost is no jost. Jost is no ghost. Oh, my thing's gone now. Okay. Understood. Steener. Steeners. 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 Wait, Steeners. I might be able to live. Hold on. If I can chug, and I can just get it off. They don't know what the fuck they're dealing with. I defeated Seath the Scaleless. I defeated Seath the Nameless. Yeah, his grunts are sensual. Sensual, or they're the sound of like a guy who's truly weary with life. The one where he goes like, oh. That one's so funny to me. Okay, this is this, which is right by the, like that's where those stairs are on the other way around. Okay, so I think we're good now. Yeah, I'm thinking that Danganronpa will be my flop era. And by and when I mean I'm having a flop era, I mean that shit is gonna go on. I'm not doing another cool or creative or lovable stream ever again for like a while at least. It's too hard. It's too hard to be funny. I want to be boring now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it'll be a blast. I'm excited to play the game. Yo, you're a person. Hello.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors.
I think I have a.
Save for ghosts.
I think I have a costume review guy.
The Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings,
Ooh.
whom I guard.
You guard them? What?
This is the key to the seals.
Oh.
The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh,
Fuck.
and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void
dark
called
wraiths.
the Abyss. But
Sis?
the Abyss is no
Sis,
place for
is this the
ordinary
DLC?
mortals. Although,
Sis?
long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss.
so raw.
If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove some.
Hey, can you talk a little faster, guy? You're running down my my meteor here. Yo, Artorias, we're gonna get to like seek counsel with him. That's so raw. I hope we don't have to fight.
Hello there.
I kind of do want to fight him
The
though.
key to the seal is now in your hands. I will help you in any way possible.
Will you come with me? Yo, Will, did you know? Okay, cool. Ooh. This needs intelligence. Will. Point. This is what happened. Will came down here. Brudge came down here. He found out that you could resist curse here and you could dispel curse, and he mauled it so hard that he turned into a hollow. I'm gonna buy 2 more of these. I feel like we're doing pretty good so far.
New Londo was sacrificed to contain the dark
crazy.
wraiths. Mark my words. The dark wraiths are the enemies of man and any living thing that has a soul. They were never meant to roam again.
What are the dark wraiths? I don't think we've ever heard of that before. Yeah, we have Artorias' seal, right? Let me look at my shit. Yo, when did I get this dark ember? Oh, fuck. Hunt the gods? I don't think I looked at this either. The dark grapes. Okay. That's nothing. Alright, then we got a key too. Key to the seal. Who fell to dark. The sealers flooded New Londo to banish the Dark Wraiths and the Four Kings. The agonizing decision was made with the realization that countless lives and the robust culture... There was robust culture here? The victims now roam as robust ghosts. Holy shit. So, like, was New Londo, like, part of... Like, was this a whole city that like, Gwyn's, like, clan made? Like, that... Because you got Anor Londo. You'd think that New Londo came from him, too. Or maybe the Dark Sun created this down here? The, like, Hidden Sun or whatever? I'm looking for, a little sneak through that I can go through here. Does Londo just mean city? But who created it, sis? Who founda? Who founda? Artorias, right? Can we wear this and talk to the guy?
Hello there. What is it?
Hey.
The key to the seal.
Hey.
New Londo was sacrificed to contain the Dark Wraiths. Mark my words. The Dark Wraiths, they were never...
Also, was it underground always? Would you build a city with a robust culture just under the ground? It was probably like fucking daytime down here. You know what I'm saying? When they flooded it, it became spooky at night. It was, even though we're underground, it was probably fucking day down here. I don't know. I guess they would have lights. Were you saying that we could talk to him like with this on and something would happen? Or should we just look at it, sis? Maybe I'll need that when it's time to traverse the abyss. Maybe I can walk on the water with this. I just don't want to fall in the water. Don't tell me. We'll check it out when we find a campfire. Campfire. We'll check it out next time we roast some marshmallows in Dark Souls. Marsh Souls. Whee! What if you calling it a campfire seems funny to me. Alright, but we got the key to the floodgate, so that seems important. That seems like one of our quest items down here. And now I think I want to go this way. Yeah. And I probably want to ingest another whole hand of this thing here. Eat this hand. Do you guys know on Jujutsu Kaisen, the main thing he's trying to get is fingers to eat? Did you guys know about that? I know what's going on anime. I'm pretty hip with what the kids like. It seems gross because the fingers have really long fingernails. So wouldn't that like rip your esophagus on the way down? Those are the kind of things I think about when I'm watching Jujutsu no Kaisen. They're like gross old mottled ass little gnarly fucking fingernail hands. Wouldn't that hurt your throat? You'd have to tilt your head completely like at a vertical and then swallow and just hope it went all the way down. That's what I think about when I'm watching when I'm watching Tak and the Jujutsu Kaisen. Was there something over there? Yes, okay. We're gonna send us on our way right now. Send me my way. Easy. So free. Whoa! Okay, this is that room again. I thought it could be something cool, though. Rare Ring of Sacrifice. I've never once used one of those. But we might, like, if we end up fighting some really hard, like, DLC boss or something, I'm down to use them. We in there. Pixel went through a, like a binge of tweets from like old convention tweets that we were at, and I know that because he liked a bunch of them. But I liked seeing them because those tweets are so funny for us. Oh, I guess this is probably my way back in. It's funny that those were from 2017, which were 5 years ago. Can you believe? Or 2016. It was the very beginning of 2017, right? It was like basically 2016. That shit's crazy. It was Bubba. Yeah, Bubba was talking about that Magfest on her stream. That's why he went and did it. But it got some laughs out of me. Those are good times for us. Alright, let's see. Remember conventions? Remember when you could goa? Do I want to mess with this right now? I think I'm going to hold off on that for just 1 second. I'm going to come up here first. Because it seems like going down will probably be the way that we're eventually meant to go. Gorgeous view. It is gorgeous. Oh, a little composite bow. I've shot a composite bow before. I guess I shot a compound bow. It's different, I guess, than composite. I shot a compound bow. Again, this same friend Adam was that I had it that I still have, but that we became friends in college. He shot archery. That was like the club he was in school. He shot recurve though, which I always thought seemed cool. And also the recurves thought they were hot shit, kind of. The recurve, like this is what I gathered from the archery team. The recurves thought that they were like sick, and I get it because it definitely looks cooler than a compound bow. That's like the really long, like big, tall, dramatic, like bow looking one. But that was what he would shoot. But I tried one once. I randomly had a little day where I was like, let me shoot it, lol. And they were like, okay. And I did pretty good. Well, I guess we're opening the floodgates. Yo, oh, this is this. Is this the door that leads out to the Valley of Drakes? I hope that fucking knocked all the drakes off. That makes sense. All right, Raw. It didn't. There they are, in fact. The drakes are fine. No! I did it. I pressed it with my leg. You might be asking, how? What does that mean, Snack? I just was like, there, I just did it again. I went to like look. I would just like put my controller down a little bit into my lap, and I was like, oh look. Well, we can just gun it right through there. That's not that bad. I guess that I would assume hopefully that little contraption now works, because I don't really know what else I'm meant to do with. Oh, I guess now that we drained it, we can probably go some other places from the beginning. So maybe it was good to die there. I won't have to like backtrack through. I can just front track. I can backtrack while I front track. That's called efficient, Miraku. Remember when Bijou wielded it? She Bijou wielded a little hamster bow. I don't even know how they got a bow made for hamsters, but they found one. It was her event in the Ham games. Guys, shoutouts to Stack Game Marathon 2 coming up. It might finally start coming about time for me to badly promote Stacked Game Marathon 2, and by that I mean Stacked Game Marathon 3. It's not Stacked Game Marathon 2. It's the third one. It might start being time for me to badly promote the game, and by the game I mean the marathon. It's also not called Stacked Game Marathon 3. It's called 2022. And by that, I mean it's called 22. So everybody come on out to Stack Game Marathon 2. I don't even know what weekend it is. 23rd, I think. There's gonna be tack there, though. I know that. I heard that. Yo, look, see? You didn't know that we could go across there. By you, I'm speaking in the second person, because I mean I didn't know we could go across here, but now I do. Yo, here of all places, that's huge for us. Yeah, he's every time. That's his sound when he gets really fucked up. That's a sound when he gets pissed. The yearly event of the year, Stacked Game Marathon. It's a yearly event. It's gonna be good though. Get hype. I'm playing tag. Okay, can I do that? I think I could get down there, but I will just not be able to get back up. Yo, raw. Like, what would I... There is an item down there, though. No, because I can clearly walk out from down there, wherever that is. Alright. I mean, really, again, this area is not that big. We've been doing a lot of messing around, just exploring. Maybe even bigger than cars? Well, hold on, Zebra. That's... I mean, that's... I get you're trying to be humble, but, like, come on. Cars? Pretty big. Did I go down there before? It doesn't look like there's anything down there. But does that mean I'm not gonna go? I'm going, kid. Is this just like a little bit of a time saver? I guess this is sort of a shortcut. No. Well, not really. Oh yeah, it is. It is, right? That means I didn't have to go across somewhere else. I think that was a little bit of a shortcut. That was weird. I'm lost now. I don't know where I am. There's ghosts behind me. Fuck ghosts. Maybe there's... Let's see. I don't think there would be... Unless I can jump off of there onto something now. Doesn't really look like there's anything here yet. These ghosts just think they fucking can, and they really can't. I think Fire Emblem is my white album. Just said that again because this is where we were talking about that the first time. Steiner? Oh, wait a minute. There's like a weird box. There we go. Just reach out and grab it. Yo, there's my shit over there. Hi, shit. Everybody wave it. Say, hi, shit. Hi. Hi, shit. Alright, so we went down here. Yeah, Cars is just saying this, just, by Cars I meant Dark Souls. Cars is better than that. Dark Souls is, oh yeah, that's probably where the kings are. Dark Souls is just Seiya, 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 do Seiya. Dark Souls is just where you game where you Seiya. Speaking of guts, you guys, I still fully intend to write about, I don't know, like again, I don't think only maybe Sizz really cared about this. And I don't think Sizz would read this anyway because I don't think he wants to be spoiled on Berserk. But I still am gonna write about Berserk too. I'm still intending to like do that thing. It's I don't think I can get there from here. I think I need to go down. It's just that I feel like on the weekends I've been busy, or like I don't know. I was out of town and then I've been now I got like I feel like I got tack to work on Saturday. It's just hard for me to sit down and write. I have a bunch of notes that I wrote about Berserk, like I have notes, and I've read all that's been released in the big volume, so I'm like ready to do it. I just haven't done it. All right, let me get my shit real quick. Fuck Drakes. Hate the Drake. All right, can I pull this now? Yeah. The general thoughts if they don't have spoilers. I think the whole thing will have light spoilers, kind of. I don't know. I don't know how to write without spoilers. It just makes me feel like I'm not saying anything. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. 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 I almost made myself gag a little bit there just now. Ugh. Look at these. Oh wait, what's up, dude? Yo, that's we're talking about Berserk. Look at this. It's the Skull Knight. You're supposed to be the homie. What the fuck? Bah! Whoa, shit. Hey, that got him out of it though. You're oh fuck, the Drakes are right there. I gotta watch out. You're supposed to be the homie, Skull Knight. Guys, did you know on Berserk, light spoiler for Berserk, did you know on Berserk Guts has a homie who's a fucking Skull Knight? Who knows about it? Anybody know about it? That's like his it's like his bro, the Skull Knight. He just shows up. He just shows up. Like the bit about Proto Man from Game Grumps from 10 years ago. No, that's the Death Knight Sizz. He's much less cool than the Skull Knight. Okay, goodbye. Okay, goodbye. Okay, do you wanna? Well, do you wanna? Do you wanna go? Do you guys like this? Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna do this. This is sickening. This is like just a... I can like... This is the first I've been grossed out by Dark Souls. I can like feel what it would feel like to walk over this. Ew, yuck. Let the bodies hit the fucking floor. Like, these bodies were down here under the water for so long, just congealing into like a jelly of like body, kind of. A little fucking like, just a mass. The consistency of custard, these bodies. And oh, the smell. Oh, the smell. They're everywhere, look. But I don't think that would really happen. I mean, I guess if there's like no fish down here, or no like creatures to like pick at the remains. What would happen if you dumped a bunch of bodies in water that there was nothing in? Completely still water where there's no tide and there's no animals. I guess they could maybe get like that. Not like preserved, but like just gross. But like formed still, kind of. I don't think they would like preserve, but I don't think they would like erode as like they would somewhere else where there's moving water or like animals, fish. Yo, Skull Knight! You're supposed to be my homie. Because I'm good, get it? That's the one joke from this movie. Yeah. What is this thing that he's doing? I guess it's like a shield, right? I got you around the corner. I got him. I got his Pete's. Hey, you're coming with me, buddy. Okay. Still have not found a bonfire anywhere. Is there one closer to the Valley of Drakes? I guess kinda. But not really. But kinda. I mean, we'd have to run all the way across the Valley of Drakes. But like, we would only have to if we die to this boss, which we're not gonna do. I'm coming in. Maybe it's not a boss. Looks like where I might fight a boss. There's an item in here though, so that seems good. Okay, I guess what is that? Is that Legion? Are we in Castlevania now? Hold on, Legion. Wait. Face. Oh yeah, it's a sponge pile. This thing is gonna poison the fuck out of me. Possibly curse. It's like a little Nito Jr. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is an affront to God, which I believe in. What the fuck? No, Steiner. Our no. Is that dead? I don't want to. I'd never want to know how much damage you take getting hit by that thing. So I'm just gonna bait him around here. Gonna do a little chug-a-lug. No, I don't want to like fall off a cliff or something. Hey, can you blow up? Aha, hee hee. Skull pulse. Yeah, that's kind of like what Logarius says. He had a pulse similar to that. Yo, the stink spirit. You guys want to watch Spirited Away sometime? If we lived in a good world where like corporations could just be like chill, Steiner? If we lived in a good world where corporations could just fucking chill for 1 second and you could actually do like movie nights with your followers and stuff. I don't think I would do that shit all the time, but I think I would do it sometimes. I'm putting these guys next to each other so they can touch Pete's. The movie was good. I'm glad. I feel like it seemed like it could be like maybe good, but maybe not. So like I wasn't sure on this one. I guess I wasn't really sure on the Broly one because it had Broly in it, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" But then obviously like the Broly one turned out to look super fucking good, and I do want to watch that. I would definitely want to watch that before the superheroes, but I don't know. I'm glad to hear. Spirited Away is good. It's very whimsical. And also very melancholy. That's what I like about the Miyazaki movies. That was like, I think I'm sure I've told this story before, but like watching Kiki as a kid, which was the first Studio Ghibli movie I ever saw. We had it on VHS. Watching Kiki as a kid was the first time I ever like had seen media that wasn't like happy. Or like wasn't like the first time I'd ever seen media that conveyed a complicated emotion. Because like, I mean, I watched Lion King and shit when I was a kid, which obviously there's a sad part in Lion King. But like, when the sad part in Lion King comes up, you know that you are supposed to cry at that part. Like, not that you know intellectually, but like your body like knows to like be sad at that part. Because, you know, it's a sad part, but it's not like how like, it doesn't like, I just like didn't know what a vibe was when I was a kid until I watched Kiki's Delivery Service. And I was like, even though I didn't have like the words for it, I was like, what is the feeling that I'm feeling right now? And it was like, I think I would describe it as melancholy. And then I chased that feeling forever. Am I back up? Oh, yo, here we go. We're in now, baby. Except fuck this. I didn't even know this was over here. I didn't even see this. I mean, I assume it wouldn't have worked before. But, yay. That's nice. Slosh, slosh, slosh. Anything to get me away from those fucking custard men. Those custardy bodies. I'll fight a million Death Knights over walking over those for 1 second. Bring it on, Yuritsa. That dude looks like he's wearing the most expensive thing you could buy at Spirit Halloween. Like the mask and like the hood. He's wearing the like we only have one of these in stock. Hopefully someone buys it of the season. The $500 Skull Knight costume set that you can buy at Spirit. But only one guy is gonna get it probably. They're cropping up. I don't know if anybody's seen them yet. I saw one the other day. Steiner? This is a pyromancy? Steiner? Oh, can I not use white magic when I'm cursed, maybe? When I have the transient curse on? I don't think that's true. I was able to use heal, but it's because it's an effect, right? And so is the regen thing. I think that must be what it is. Because remember, we can't use Kaioken and the regen at the same time. I think if it's like a status that you inflict, then you can't do it. Oh, this is fake as fuck. Yeah. I saw this on the other side. I was like, wait a minute, I can go here. Ah! Wait, hold on. I will not leave this thing. I'm gonna fight this guy on here. Like, you know, like in Predator when he like, what's the guy's name? Billy? Fuck. Okay, fine. I'm not Billy. You know, in Predator, when he fights the Predator on the thing, you guys know that? You just like Predator. That's also what we'll watch on movie night. And I'm gonna check for mimics. Ooh, super. Oh! I've been like in the mood to watch that movie because the new Predator came out, the Prey movie, which I also want to see. But that movie's good. I feel like people don't. I feel like it's not respected like it should be. And I mean, it doesn't. It's a pretty dumb movie, but like dumb in a smart way, kind of. I like it. I might even say it's one of my faves. But it's been a long time since I watched it. Alright, well that was that. Oh yeah, that's the only one I've ever seen is the first one. I know that there's like other, was it like 3 or 4 of them, 4 or 5 Predators, and then there's the Alien versus Predator movies. The first of which I have seen and is bad. Because I think there's 2 of those too, right? Yeah, none of the other shit is good. It all sucks. Maybe one of the like new ones is good or something. One of the reboots might be good. I don't know. But I like the first one a lot. I think weren't we just talking about that the other day too, about Predator? Oh, because we were doing the high five thing. I think I was just watching clips on it the other night. I was watching clips. Yo, a cracked red orb. Give me some cracked red pepper. You know how they ask for like red pepper at... Do they even do this? Do they ask if you want red pepper at restaurants? Or do they just ask if you want regular pepper? I feel like red pepper is always like available at the table. I want to go to a restaurant and I want the waiter to ask if I want any cracked pepper. And then when they're like, you know, when they like sprinkle it on there and they're like, say when. I don't want to say when, but I just want to go, he's cracked! Like, just start freaking out on the guy. Start pogging out over the waitress or waiter. He's cracked! Let's see, like, if they'd be like, do you want me to stop? Are you telling me to stop or keep going? I don't know where I am now. I'm lost again. I mean, I know vaguely where we are. We were just at the, like, the gate. The floodgate. Alright, this is where... Let's see, I came up here. This drops off. This drops off. This is that. Did I go up here? Come all the way up here. Here we go. This is something new. Oh, here we go. We got multiples. Get out of here, you guys. I'm tired of you guys, I'm too strong now. I've become cracked. Yo, this guy has like a little bleh, tongue mouth. A little sticky tongue appendage. A little adaptation, little blep tongue. I think that's my strongest move, right? The jump attack with the two-handed, I think is the strongest ability I have. Predator needs a Prometheus type movie? You mean like where they go to the Predator like planet? Or do you mean like more like a backstory? I feel like Predator has more like, I feel like there's more to like understand about him than the Alien. You know? Oh, a good soft reboot. I thought Prometheus was, didn't a lot, like, wasn't Prometheus pretty panned? I feel like, I did not see that, but also I feel like a lot of people that I know did not like it. Alright, either this is the... What are we doing back here, guy? You trying to jump out and scare me? I never get scared of the fiends, dude. I hang out with the fiends. Here we go. Just get a little goose back, if you know what I'm saying. Get a little goosebumps. You guys, it's about to be that season. Four. All right, okay, focus up, you fool. This is gotta be a mimic, right? I think it's on Hulu, Prey, which I have. I rank getting a streaming service based on how much anime is on there. And even though I think they removed a fucking bunch of it recently, they like purged a bunch of this shit, Hulu used to be like the best one for anime. I don't know if you guys who are in the new, like, other than Crunchyroll, which is like the actual best one because it's just that, Hulu used to like low key on the down low be the best service for anime, better than Netflix easily. It just had the most shows. It had and the thing is, it had all the old shit. Like, by like the old shit, I mean like it was like the mid 2000s era, which is my like favorite anime era. Like the like 2005 to 2010 era, all that shit was on Hulu. It had that. But I think they took a bunch of it off now. But I have Hulu because of that still. I've like always kept it around just in case I wanted to watch something. I guess they still have Yu Yu Hakusho, but I think that's also on Crunchyroll now. Oh fuck, we did it again. I opened the chest and then I didn't. Damn it. You're right, sis. Well, whatever, we'll go back. I always check them and then I don't open them. Sorry, sis. I guess I'm going down into the abyss. Whoops. Never mind, sis. We're going back. Hee 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 hee. I'm ready for it to get cooler too. I want to go on bike rides again. Even though I went on a couple. Oh God, when was the last time I went on a bike ride? It was like a month ago. I'm so unfit. I'm so inactive. Lifestyle is so sedentary. Ooh. Gong, 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 gong. But hey, maybe when it starts to get cooler. Right through. It's been raining a lot here too. We're finally in that summer showers. Late summer showers zone. That's kind of the vibe we're in. It's been like super rainy here actually. I guess I'll just do a... We need this. We want this because we're gonna need to take that shortcut, and I don't want these guys to like team up on me up there while I'm trying to take it. How many ghosts are in the house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ghosts. You ever seen the movie 13 Ghosts? I think the 13 Ghosts movie that I know is a remake of an old movie called that, probably. As most horror movies are. Did you guys ever watch 13 Ghosts, though? I watched that when I was a kid. It's like one of the first scary movies I ever saw. I saw that, I saw Blair Witch, and I saw The Ring. It's like the trifecta of movies that my mom would not have allowed me to see, but I watched at a friend's house, and I got very fucked up and scared by all of them. With Tony Shalhoub, he's in it. Someone fact check Sizz on that, please. Somebody fact check Sizz on the Tony Shalhoub 13 Ghost angle. Because if that's huge, if true. It was like they were like each ghost had like a little like backstory. There was like a little like zone about all the ghosts. He's the main guy. Says this sounds so fucking fake. All right, hold on. This is the room where the goop monster was, right? It also seems like the Death Knights are okay. They are back. Never mind. Like, they're not that strong though. They're fine. Death Knights are fine. The funny thing is, I saw those movies and I was scared of those movies, but I also saw old movies, I remember being really afraid of Poltergeist. I don't know. Have you guys seen that one? I think that's Steven Spielberg. Fact check the me on Steven Spielberg being the director of Poltergeist is. I was also very scared of Poltergeist, even though that is like a really like hokey movie. And I think I may have also seen. I don't know if I saw Nightmare on Elm Street as a kid, but I saw The Exorcist definitely, and I was also scared of that. Even though those are those were much less technologically advanced movies than like some of the like, you know, kind of. Well, I mean, Blair Witch is kind of a classic. Like people like that movie, right? But like then some of the like kind of crappy movies of the early 2000s, like 13 Ghosts or something. Wrote Poltergeist, but did not direct it. Okay, I knew he was involved. Is this the way, by the way, Sizz, that we were going? Oh, this goes all the way the hell up. Look at this. You got a little Tony Shalhoub over here. You know what I'm saying? You got a little Tony Shalhoub going on for us. Get to see the Geist. Did anybody ever play Geist on GameCube? Huh? Geist. One time I watched Monkey buy Geist. I think I've told this story on here. That's the whole story. One time Monkey bought Geist. Yeah, didn't they do a Family Guy? Isn't Poltergeist, like, didn't they do a whole Family Guy about Poltergeist? You've seen the Geist if you've seen that one. Very large ember. I bet I could give this to Santa. The Blacksmiths of Astora. Do I know any of those guys? This might be what we need to get a normal weapon ascended further. Yeah, standard weapon from plus 10 to plus 15. We are in now, gamers. We should have come here first. Then I would have truly fucked up all those other bosses. Hey, Big Fine, thanks for the heads up, Sizz, because I don't think I would have missed this otherwise. Dong, 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 dong. Santa? Yeah, he make. And Santa in this game, he's less about giving gifts and more about making you gifts, which I guess is sort of what he does anyway. Evolve Milcery when you get back. It's pretty funny. He's a blacksmith. He's raw. He goes like, hello. I believe he is a Astorian, right? He has a name. I know we've heard it before. At one point we learned it. I really don't want to lose my shit down here. I think we have like 30,000. Yeah, Andre of Astoria. That's right. I think it was something like that. Santa's name is Andre. Andre Claus. All right, where was my shit though? I think it was up here. Oh yeah, because we didn't open this chest. Hey, get out of here, you guy. Did you guys ever get like something really cool on Halloween at Spirit or? When I was a kid, we didn't really. I don't think we really had Spirit. We had no. We had Party City was where we would go for Halloween stuff. I mean, obviously Party City is still around, but like, that was like the place that I thought you got Halloween shit at. Did you guys ever get anything like really cool there? I got a, like, I don't think it might have been like Lord of the Rings, but I got like a Lord of the Rings orc sword once there that I begged my mom to buy me, and she was like, all right, but don't fucking fuck around with it. And I was like, oh, Mom, how could I ever? And then literally that exact same day, like 2 hours later, my mom caught me like plunging it down upon my friend Robert as he screamed in fear. Because we were having a battle out in the yard, and I also used to have these plastic lightsabers, which I think we've talked about on Dark Souls before. He hit me really hard in the back with his plastic lightsaber, and I was like, all right, bro, that's it. And I just fucking brought this orc sword that had this like hook. This is why I think it was an orc sword, because I think they have these on Lord of the Rings. It had this like hook on the end of the blade, kind of. Not like, it was like the blade came out and it notched back in, and then it came down again. And I fucked him up with that, and I got in trouble. I had to like sit in timeout. Or we had to just like, I think I had to put it away, and I had to like take a 30-minute chill pill or something. But Robert fucking deserved it. He got what was coming to him. He shouldn't have hit me with that lightsaber. He just knew I got a cool sword. I don't even know how we got here. I don't remember what I was talking about. He should have known. Yeah, my mom used to always make my Halloween costumes too, and we made some fucking cool Halloween costumes too. I was Waluigi one year. When I was a little kid, when I was like really little, I was Ash Ketchum. And that was a good costume because I could have got little fucking, this is the most weirdest fucking thing to say. I could have been slaying like 7-year-old puss. As a 7-year-old. Because all the little girls wanted to like, they chased me down the block. They chased me down the street, these like children. I mean, again, I was also a child. But I was chased down the block in my Ash Ketchum costume, hitting the clip button. I guess there was a reason for me to not. There was a moment. There was a moment where I could have stopped, and I decided to keep going, I guess. That was a good costume, though. And I had a little Pikachu plushie, and I had the Pokemon. I had this sick Pokemon backpack that I had just from being a kid. And I had a little Pikachu, and I had a little Pokeball. It was so fucking good. I have a picture of it that no one will ever see because I'm not going to post a picture of me as a kid. But that was a good one. One time I won the neighborhood Halloween costume when I had a costume of being a swamp creature. There was an era where I went through where I just wanted to be monsters. I think I was a Dracula, I was a swamp creature, and I was like a something else, like a mummy or something. Back to back to back. And it was like past the era of like wanting to be characters and stuff too. I was like, I'm just vibing with the creature right now. Hey, speaking of, aha, here we go. Gamers, get ready. It's time to walk the abyss. Please don't die. Please say psych. This is raw. Alright, I assume we probably need to keep the ring on. Whoa! I can't see! Help! Now help! Help! Jesus, this is sick! Look at this! He used like a Tempest kick. Oh, fuck! He used the Franchuk! Can I make that hit him? Uh-oh, is this gonna be tough? I don't know if I'm liking this. I really don't want to get hit by that thing. just need to stay in his ass forever. Chug a lug. I'm definitely gonna need to rest at Firelink Shrine. Look at this guy. This guy looks like a Final Fantasy. You look like a Final Fantasy guy. Maybe I can kill them. Well, yes, that would be a goal. But like, maybe I can. Oh yeah, they have individual health bars. Look, see it? Alright, Abyss Pulse. Bitch Pulse, what I call it. No. I'm locking on to you. You will go down first. I'm gonna chug a look, kid. Oh, Steiner! Steiner! Here are my costumes that I know of over the years. Fireman, SpongeBob, Yami Yugi, Grim Reaper twice, Ninja, Grim Reaper third time. Hey, Zebra, that's raw. Sis said he had a costume too. SpongeBob and Patrick. Oh my god. A Hobbit. That's cute. I was. Yeah, I was. One year I was all like a bunch of movie monsters, but I was Waluigi one year, and I was Ash, and there had to have been some others. And then when you're, when I was a kid in Florida, they didn't give a fuck about how old you were when you were trick-or-treating. But when I was, after I moved to Virginia when I was 14, there was literally a curfew. Which, I mean, I don't think I needed, like, we really could have probably gotten away with like, disrespecting it. But my mom always plays by the rules. So she was like, all right, you're done trick-or-treating. You can't go out because there's a curfew. You're not allowed to do this anymore. And I was like, I mean, at 14, you're like pretty close to the age where you don't really do it anymore anyway. But I might have gone for another year or two. But I didn't. That was the last year I ever did it. There must have been some other, because that's only like 4 costumes. Halloween's every year, and I always had a costume. What else was I? I think I was an army man one year. That, I don't even know where that desire came from. Considering I don't care about the army. I think I was an army man. Alright, I think 15 should be good. A deviled egg? When I was in, yo, tell him to come through. When I was in college, I went as, Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire once. Where I wore, like, I had these pajama pants that had a fire pattern on them, and I just took a white t-shirt and I wrote a bunch of fucking lies. I wrote a bunch of outright lies on it. And I was liar. Actually, I guess in college I did do a bunch of little weird DIY costumes. I actually think I had one every year for Halloween, because my freshman year I was, or no, that was freshman year. I was Fred Flintstone. I was him. I was the guy. Toon Dad BC. Sophomore year, I was Ness from Earthbound. I think junior year, I was Liar Liar Pants on Fire. And then when I was in my senior year, I was the Claw. And my 2 friends both dressed up as the Pixar, the aliens from Toy Story. And I got like a tinfoil, I made like a weird tinfoil hat thing, and I just taped a bunch of like Beanie Babies to my shirt. That was the Claw. And that was a fun one. We had a good time with that. There was this house full of like girls that lived down the street from where I went to school. And so like 2 of them came over once and was like, hey. They were like, hey, you want to, like, be the Claw? And I was like, yeah, okay. Yo, I can't take this. Brudge is gone. Yeah, I was fucking Toon Dad, dude. Whee. All right. Was there something else I was going to do? I was going to read Kingo's list. Everybody was Yugi? You guys were all Yugi? A dinosaur. I remember when I was like really little, I was Tigger once, I think. As I like Tigger, he's my favorite. Possibly the very first snack character. Possibly the first ever snack pick. Maybe I think the first ever snack character was actually Zazu. Which is so funny because if I saw The Lion King for the first time today, if I had somehow missed it and I didn't know anything about it for the first time in my life, if I saw it today, I would still love Zazu. That's what's so funny about that. I remember saw that movie when I was like 2. And it came out, I think, in 1994. And I saw it as a baby. I had it from that young. And I would still like Zazu. We kindled... Oh, it was the Firekeeper's soul. I'm going back. Dang it. We can do this at the Our Lady Sag forced, brought back to life lady, right? And speaking of costumes, when I was in Mexico, most recently, which was at the end of last month, I dressed up as the Super. And it was, let me tell you, it was very phoned in. But that's because I went everywhere trying to find jean overalls. And because it was July, they were like, sorry, we sell overalls in winter.
You have agreed to link the fire.
Oh. Shitaka?
Thank you sincerely. Finally, the curse of the undead will be lifted.
I don't want you to die.
Can die human.
No.
I am powerless, but I will do all that I can. Please.
Have I talked
Save
to
us
her
all.
yet?
Please.
I thought that when we brought her back, she like didn't talk. Sis? Confirm?
Forgive me.
Or maybe it was she didn't talk before.
My tongue.
She cut her
never
tongue out or
intended
something?
for restoration.
Maybe I did know this.
Please, if you have any heart,
Why is she
leave
so
me
repentant?
be.
What did she do?
I wish not to speak.
I guess the Firekeepers are like fucked, right? Or something? Aren't they like they're like supposed to be like pitiable creatures? Isn't there like something weird with them, sis? Whoops. Didn't I kindle this? I swear this was 10. Did I just not sit at it? I don't know how this fucking game works. Well, alright, whatever. I swear that was 10. Maybe I was just spawning in at it and I didn't actually sit, because we just kindled it once, right? Oh, she just did that? Yo, thank you. She'd love that. Had we not talked to her, though? I swear we did. Did I do something different since then?
Forgive me. I am in. Please, leave. I wish.
Did going down to New Londo do it or something? What activated this? Because I swear we talked to her before and it didn't do that. Alright, sick. Well, now I can definitely beat that boss. She says that when we... Maybe I hadn't placed it when we came back here before. Because we got her back when we got it. But yeah, maybe we went to her first, and then I went and put the Lord Vessel down. I guess that would make sense. Oh well, I mean, we haven't been around Firelink for a long time, other than now, other than tonight. It's almost 1:30 already. Hey guys. You got an itchy scalp? I'll rub a little lotion on it. Oh, thank you. Thanks, dude. Oh, fucking finally, dude. Oh, no, wait, you gotta put more lotion on it. All right, now shake your head around so that'll make it stop. Oh, of course. Why didn't I see that before? Oh, thank you, dude. Oh, fuck, I gotta put on more. Oh, Steeners. It's been a stupid, stupid ride. What do we think about the Dark Souls playthrough? Maybe like the magical mystery tour of my playthroughs? Possibly? Maybe the yellow submarine because it's all repeats. Because all we do is repeat the same word, guts, over and over again. There we go, baby. Yellow submarine would be like if I replayed something, but then it was like a little different, which I've never done. Yeah, imagine maybe if we're the American full album release of Magical Mystery Tour, we got bangers. We got bangers on us. And everybody counts that version. That's like the canon version, kind of, right? Hey, wait a minute. Dark Soul might be bangers. Ow, my thumb just really started hurting. I hope I'm not developing arthritis. You know how Keith Richards, guitarist for the Rolling Stones, like fingers are all fucked up? Which I've always assumed is from years of shredding. But it might just be like, he might just be like a fucking old British guy. But like, I mean, he is that. But like, you know how his fingers are like all fucked up? I assume from years of shredding. Maybe the verdict's out on that. That's how my fingers are gonna be, but from gaming too hard. My fingers are gonna be fucked up because I gamed the best of them. Because at the end of my life, I will have played all the greats. What, guys? Why do we learn teamwork now all of a sudden? Maybe You're a Rich Man is a fun song. Underrated track, I think. One of the few I would call like underrated. I need to kill one of these guys. You. Oh. Snack arthritis. Oh, I lost all that shit. Hey, whatever. I'm unfettered now. Whoops. Everybody say bye shit. Bye. Bye shit. Just waving that sword around. Can you imagine waving with a sword like that? What percentage of the greats would you say you've played? I don't even know. Maybe like 30? The thing is, there are a lot of the greats that I know I haven't played. That's an interesting question, though. Because I don't think I was interested in playing the greats when I was like younger, until maybe around high school I started getting interested in playing the greats. The Wii Virtual Console helped a lot with that. And then getting an Xbox 360 also helped with that. Girl, you lost your shit. Yeah. Oh, The Incredibles? I haven't played that one yet. Is that one of the greats? Should I put it on the list? From like high school, from like early high school into like late college, I was really into playing the greats. But then I started streaming more, and I was like, well, why don't I just play the greats on here? And the Let's Playing, I started doing that a little bit more. Again, like, even though I started doing that a long time ago, I feel like I really got into doing that kind of stuff when I was in college, because that's when the Final Fantasies started. And that feels to me, at least to me, like that was like when I was like really like feeling like it was something I was doing for something other than just like a random thing to do. But then I was like, well, I can just do projects to play the greats instead. And here I am fucking faffing about playing the Super half the time. And not playing any of the greats. Spending an entire 2 years replaying 100-hour RPGs that I've already played before. I spent so long playing Fire Emblem Three Houses and Persona 5. And Persona 5 is easily one of the greats. And you know what? So is Fire Emblem. Fuck you. Chrono Cross LP. I think the dream of the blind RPG Let's Play is fully dead. I'm sorry. I would love to play Chrono Cross on here though, sometime. I will do Spyro though. I was thinking about it the other day actually. I might get way too ambitious and do like a really involved, very produced intro for Spyro 3. We'll just have to wait and see if I decide to actually do it or not, or if I just get lazy and don't do it, or if I just never do anything again and I just never play the game. But I would like to play Chrono Cross on here. I was really excited for that remake to come out and be sufficient, and I heard that it wasn't good. Well, by remake, I don't mean remake. I mean the HD remaster that like recently came out. I heard it was like really weird quality-wise. Steiner, if you fucking think. And I think if I did play it, I probably would still play that version just because it's like, it's not gonna look like shit on my fucking, like on my capture. Like just easier to like make that stuff look a little better than shelling out all the fucking bucks to capture old school games. But it's disappointing that it didn't turn out to be that good of a remaster. Because it seemed like it had some cool stuff that came with it, like the Radical Dreamers thing or whatever. Hey, Sis, I don't buy that. You're always doing something new, Sis. I'm never making a pact. Pixel is a bad influence for you. Pixel is always looking for someone to join him in a self-destructive scheme so that he can feel better about himself. Alright, we're gonna one-shot the walkers. And I'm gonna become positive boss. God damn it! Wait, maybe I'm good. Okay, cool. All you need, we could have fallen from the top, actually. Actually, we could have fallen from the top. I'm running in, kid. Hey-ya! Oh no! I just have no, I can gauge no space down here. That's not what I wanted. Well, that was a bad run. King Pulse. He whispers tempting promises. Does he? Did you guys see that video of Pixel singing along to the Donkey Kong 64 menu screen? That was, you can just hear me cracking up at it. And I also cracked up. I made that exact same laugh remembering that that video existed and watching it today that I do in the video where I was laughing at it. question of the day. How many of the greats do you think you've played? I don't think that there's anything inherently important, more or less important about playing the greats than there is about playing anything. You know? I think if somebody played like 100 game, if somebody play 100 game and they don't play one of the greats, and you know, by the greats I just mean like, you know, like the consensus greats, like the ones that people are like, this is one of the greats. Which not all the time is even a great. Some of the greats suck. It's up to you to determine what the greats are. But all I'm saying is, like, you know, I at least personally am interested in playing the greats. Because I just think it's an interesting, like, it's a fun thing about being into any hobby. I also play a lot of the not greats, not including TAC, obviously. But like, I think if somebody played 100 game, and none of one of 100 game was one of the greats, I would still be interested in like hearing about their top 10, because if it has none of the greats on it, then isn't that an interesting thing? So I don't know if I'll think that you need to have had played the greats, but I just like to, you know. Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD, Custom Robo Arena, Digimon Dusk. I don't know, Isaac. Hey, are you there? Is TAC a great? TAC's a gray. I'm not fighting these guys again. Fuck these guys. TAC is a great one. Did you guys know that at the end of TAC and the Power of Juju, which you all should know because you all watched me play it, but just in case, just because I'm in a forgiving mood, did you guys know that in TAC, at the end of TAC and the Power of Juju, TAC is revealed to have been the true hero? Do we remember that that's an element about TAC? That TAC was the errand boy. And Patrick Warburton's character, Locke, was the hero of Kupanunu people. And then at the end of TAC, it's revealed that because TAC went and did all the quests, even though they were thinking that they were just gonna have TAC go do these in place of the other guy, it was actually TAC that was the hero all along. He went and did what he needed to do. He did all the things that the hero was supposed to do. So how could he not be the hero? You know what I'm saying? Okay. But here's where I was getting at. But in TAC 2, he's just the hero from the start. Isn't that pretty raw? In TAC 2, he's buff. The music is super loud. That's weird. Maybe I like well, I don't have anything I can do about it right now. We'll fix it later. He's like a little bit more buff. He has a cape. He like, in TAC 2, he like is the hero. It's like kind of off. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, Steiner. Alright, I need at least 2 rolls to get out of that. I'm now in the range of the other guy, too. This guy's so close to being done, though. This reminds me of Murgo's Wet Nurse a little bit. Another fight that I absolutely steamrolled, so I'm hoping that this will go the same way. No, no! Yes! Yes, Sean! Yes! Yeah, Flora has a sister, too. She's in TAC 2. Unfortunately, the thing about it is that because she's like all up about her and her sister in TAC 2, she isn't your like guide anymore. She's just like one of the Juju that you come to. Also, that she is a Juju, which I didn't even think was implied in TAC 1, really. But in TAC 2, she is. The Juju are just a weird, ill-defined thing, kind of. Also, it's fucking tag. Like, who cares? None of it matters. It sucks. Why? No! Why? Why do you have King Grab? You already have King Pulse. That didn't do very much, actually. To Chug-a-Lug in a minute. I need a Chug-a-Lug real bad right now. But these guys, they don't like... These are the kings of New Longo. Of New Mongo. Oh, are they looking for humanity? That's kind of cool. These are the Final Fantasy kings, Zebra. Right, this guy's almost dead, though. Do they have King Punch? Oh, how could they? This guy's dead, I think. Alright, cool. Alright, we're about half. And I'm about half on the heels. I'm gonna Chug-a-Lug again, kid. Ah! This is like I think this is a pretty cool fight. I'm liking this one, alright. Who do I think was the... Fuck. Oh, I'm getting caught in this. Who do I think was the best of the Lord Vessel bosses? Obviously, Bed of Chaos was the worst one. Oh, fuck! That was like when Lucci does like the Tempest kick, or the finger pistol, like, flower or whatever. These guys know the 6 powers. This better not hit me. They don't have King Punch, but they have the 6 powers. This is probably the coolest one. I liked Nito. I thought that was kind of a Nito fight. I thought he was all right. I heard Paul make his fucking having sex noise as he got hit by that. Oh shit! Double Chug-a-Lug. I want that guy. That guy's dying. Because you're down like in the abyss. That's part of the coolness of this one. Whatever. This attack doesn't do much damage at all. Which I could mash out of it. I don't want to like lose though, because this is a good attempt. This feels like it could be the one. Are you my hurt one? Where's my hurt? It is you. Come on, Snack. Just gotta stay focused. He's going down. Chug-a-Lug. You're dead. I only need to kill 4 of them. Are there more than 4 though? It might be like, those guys might be like ads. I may not be able to kill those ones. We're so close though. Yeah, I think they're just there to like hurt you in the back. Uh-oh. Oh, Chug-a-Lug! Chug-a-Lug, mate! Have a bloody Chug-a-Lug. We're almost out of heals, though. I really need to, like, go in. Yeah! 0 stamina going for the 2-handed heavy attack, and it's working. Listen, if you, like, they can't compete with the damage that it does, right? That's the trade-off. Yes, you're gonna get hit. Yes, you're not always going to be able to roll out of the way. But as long as you have 20 Estus flasks and +4 and you just keep going in, they can't keep up with the output. Hey, what did I get? I mean, we know we got their soul, but what else did I get? I think maybe just a humanity. I didn't mean to skip it, but I kind of did. This is the 4 kings who fell to dark. to Dark, the guy. The name, the person of Dark. Yeah, I think it was, if we go from worst to best, Bed of Chaos, easily the worst. Also, easily the easiest. Bed of Chaos, Seath, because Seath is the kind of boss I don't like, where it's just like, you're probably just going to die because his tail accidentally hurt you. Nito and this one, I think, would be how I would rank those 4. And none of them are the best boss, which was probably, unfortunately, like, I guess it's because they're so well known, but probably was either Seath, not Seath, Seath, the wolf, or Ornstein and Smough. I think those were the 2 best bosses, which is funny because those are like the 2 that I went into the game knowing. Let's read. I was looking at the chat and drinking my water. Soul of one of the 4 kings who fell to the dark. Lord Gwyn recognized the foresight of these 4 great leaders of New Londo and granted them their ranks and the fragments of a great soul. It will suffice. Hey, light. See it. And let's level up. This is... feeling a little endurance and a little strength too. Have a bloody chug-a-lug. Oh. Yeah, it's interesting that this is like, you didn't need, this was not one of the areas behind the doors. I guess they just figured that it would be challenging enough to ward people away. But, I don't know, it wasn't that bad. I could have come down here before we got the Lord Vessel for sure. I think I could have survived my way down here before Anor Londo. What was I gonna do? Oh. I was gonna have some more of my big league chew. We'll use all these little chews that we got down here. A secret character? Whomst could it be? Sis, just tell me. I'm never gonna find him. Is it the ghost of Artorias? Oh, because the red-robed guy knew about the Lord Vessel, right? And then all you need is the ring of Artorias' ring to get down here. Yeah. That was why he gave us the key, right? Could be a fun thing to do, like, on the next playthrough. When we stream the next playthrough. Right after this one. Listen, I'll go through it so much faster. Is this gonna get me like just enough to not level up? Yeah. Oh, I still have plenty of the way to go. Why don't I just use... I have a whole Soul of a Hero, right? Soul of a Hero. I think this is 10,000, isn't it? Uh-oh. Well, if I want to get the trophies, I will also need to ascend like a weapon to the ultimate level of each type. And that seems like it would just be better to do multiple playthroughs of anyway. Because I know that you could grind to do that, but that seems like a pain in the ass, kind of. All right, right on. Let's get the fuck out of here. So, this poses an interesting question. Where do we go? Darkstalker Ka'ath. Like, I know I can place the soul and I could probably go to, like, the last thing, but, like, we don't want to do that yet, right? I'm sure there's still some other stuff for us to do, and it's like Sis was saying, there's the whole DLC. First of all, me and Santa, we gotta put our knuckleheads together.
That's a brilliant ember you've got there for all my years in the trade.
That might be the finest.
Hell yeah. Want to know where I got it? I got it in the abyss, Santa. Have you ever been there?
With me, I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a
But then you wouldn't be able to smith anymore. Here, Santa.
Well,
Now turn me into guts.
Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done.
Yeah, see?
You shall see.
We told you. Alright, modify, right? Yes. Yes! Shulk! Yes! Alright. Plus 11. Finally. And now I can reinforce that again, right? This is a really slow way to do it. What the fuck? When did I get this? Enchanted? Here we go. Yeah. Alright. I think I probably have enough Titanite chunks to make this plus 15 right away. We have a bunch of them, and we haven't been able to do this, like, ever. Titanite slab. Fucking bet. Yo! Getting trophies, trophies, trophies. Now I'm really fucking guts.
Neither of us want to see.
Get ready. Me. I do kind of wish that like I'm cool. I'm chill. With doing a normal weapon. I'm fine with that. I think it fits like me being a beginner to this game, kind of, to just be like, yeah, just use the make it the highest level of the normal thing you can be. But I think it would be fun. Like I am a little bummed that I don't get like one that glows or something like that. It just does more damage. But whatever. The glowing one does less stats with what we were going for. I could have from the beginning of the game been like, hey Sis, how do I wield like a glowing sword? And he could have instructed me on the best way to do that. But I didn't want to. I wanted to be a big Mongo and just Unga Bunga smash. And that's what we are. Because that's what Guts would do. And that's what I always say is WWGD. What would Guts do? And it usually doesn't wind me up in a very good place. Because Guts, let me tell you guys, doesn't always make the best decisions. He's human in that way. Alright, well, let's think. Where have I even seen anything that could be left? Is there anything I can even think of? The only thing I can think of that might be left would be down in the swamp. Because I feel like there was like a way we could go down there that I didn't really go 100%. Look at my cool shield. Did you guys know it has a dragon on it? Shall we just go explore it? Yo, you got the pig head guy. Yo, the pig-headed bow guy. We could go. You guys want to go back to the Duke's Archives, my favorite place in the game? I was the closest I've ever been to like. I wouldn't say mad, but the closest I've ever been to like annoyed with the game in the Duke's Archives. This was the low point area for me of the whole playthrough. I was like not vibing that night. I wasn't feeling it. The boss was okay, but I did not like that area. We can kill the zombie dragon in the valley. Didn't I not already kill the red dragon in the burg? We could go kill Guinevere if we wanted to. Remember, she's fake. Let's go do that then. Let's kill the dragon in the burg. I'm basically right there anyway. We could do that. Well, there's a warp right to that area. That's the sunlight altar, I think. Wasn't there something else I wanted to do, though, before we killed Guinevere? I feel like I remember being like, we could do that now, or we could come back. Didn't I think Sis said it like locked me out of something? Hitting these guys through the shield like Guts would do. Killing them through the shield, kissing them through the phone. All right, dragon. This dragon is so finicky. Sometimes he just is a little bitch. Chug-a-lug. Alright, we had to hide that, right? And then I just will go in. Yoo-hoo, dragon. This guy's cool. He looks cool. He looks a little bit like Slifer from Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the greats. No! Ouchie! Ow! Ow! I guess, except Slifer is more like a serpent. Serpentine dragon. I guess I didn't sit at the other one. Oops. This guy has clearly has hands and feet. You got Pete's. Do you think when this dragon was a little hatchling, his dragon mother played with his Pete's? I don't know if she did, and I think that's why he's got such a stick in his craw. I think that's why he's a Hellkite Drake. Because he didn't get his Pete's. He didn't have any. He didn't receive that love. You know what I'm saying? You guys with me on that theory? I'm gonna make a Vati video about that. Hey, where are you, Hellkite Pete's? Firesmith Pete. He does just show up again, right? Or do I have to wait a while for him to come back? Did you hear that guy go? Ugh. Ugh. Yo. That was like a critical. That was a sure hit. A sure kill. Remember that's how they always used to stylize Hisats on I think it was on Kaizoku fan subs. They called it sure kill, which I guess is it's fine. A lot of the time people will just stylize it as special move. But I think it's supposed to be a critical hit, kind of. That's what I always thought it meant. It's one of those just weird words that you see pop up a lot in games or anime. And it's just a thing we don't super have a word for, kind of. It's cool though. Yoo-hoo, where's the dragon? You didn't slay the dragon? Remember, Shrek? This is a stupid playthrough. This is this is my flop era. Going back in the day, historians will realize that this was the beginning of the flop era. Question of the day: What do you think is one of the biggest fall-offs of all time? One of the most dramatic. That they went. I've never seen him do that move before. Hold on. That's a move. The jump, the rolling stab. Wait, hold on. We gotta see that again. The rolling stab after the roll, jump, stab. What? Oh, did we say the volume was too loud? I think Pokemon had more of a gradual fall off, though, is what I'm trying to say. I'm moving the Elgato down, kid. I don't think that is a sharp drop. well, I don't know. I feel like there was some shaky ground for me, like, because the 3DS ones were like they were they were ones I didn't really like, and then there was one I did really like, and then like there was another one that I didn't really like. I'm talking about like from banger to bad, like from being on top of the world to like suddenly putting out something crappy. I feel like there is a really good example, but I can't think of one. I think I might say Weezer before even that. Weezer maybe after Pinkerton. I don't know. Oh, I thought Green Album was after Pink. I don't know if I've ever even heard that album. Okay, I agree then. Okay, now I agree with that. Hey, where's the dragon, Sizz? Sizz, where's the dragon, Sizz? I'm going to fight the zombie dragon. This guy sucks because he just doesn't even stick around. He doesn't even give me a chance. He shows up for 2 seconds and he's like, oh, you're not going to hit me with your overhead big jumping attack? Well, bye. I mean, this time I guess he killed me. Excuse me. Fuck those guys. I think Firelink is just the closest one to the Valley of Drakes, right? I think, you know what I think about Weezer? I think it's a fluke. I really love the first 2 Weezer albums. I really got into them. I really liked them a lot in high school, and I like still have like fond memories for them. I think they're fun albums. I kind of think it was an accident. I do like some of the other like the first 2 albums, but I feel like there's a lot of bands like that. Bands I feel like are maybe one of the one of the things of media like that where it's more like that kind of. Did I mean to go down here? I certainly did not. Yeah, music. I wonder why that is for music, kind of. Yeah, I feel like if Pokemon... Yeah, like that's the thing. I think that the... Oh, Paper Mario. That's such a good answer. Give Maladroit a listen. I'm sure I've heard, like, the hits off of it. What are the singles off of it? All the ones I can think of are from Green and Red album. There are hits. Hey, how do I get down there again? Fuck. How did we do it? Oh, Marco. Marco. How do I? Oh, it is down here, right? You go through here, and then you go across the way, right? I think the drop happened after Super, but even Super the Super is like... Well, Super the Super feels like sort of a side game to me, at least, right? Like, Super the Super, it feels like a different thing, kind of, you know? I like Super the Super. We played that on here. That was the first Weird Champ Friday game. And it was weird, baby. And I was the champ. Remember when a ghost showed up? And, what else happened? We fell in love with that little, like, fairy thing. We bought a lot of the collectible cards. I remember we did that. It was extremely haunted. Haunted happenings happened for sure. All right, I think this guy is still gonna be tough, actually. How the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Since when? When? Since when? What? No way. I refuse to believe. We came down here multiple times and we never got that. I don't think that was here before. I'm gonna go ahead and declare that that's new. That was not here before. Let me actually read about this. That seemed like it might have belonged to a character. It was like Beatrice's catalyst or something. There's a bunch of shit in here I ain't never seen before. When the hell did I get this? I don't even know how I got any of this shit. Here we go. Beatrice, the rogue witch. Maybe this was the witch that guy was looking for. The guy. Okay, interesting. Resident Evil. I still, well, I don't know. I feel like Resident Evil is more of a dip. If you count like the side games, it's 6. The stuff around 6 but before 7 is pretty dire. But I think Resident Evil 5, there's still like some decently fun. There's some fun to have. There's some fun to be had. And then I quite like the first person ones. I would love to play Resident Evil 6 with Sis sometime. I know he's brought it up, and I'm sure when he brought it up, I was like, Sis, no, we're not doing that. But I would like to do that. We should do a stream playthrough of that. I don't know how I'm supposed to beat this guy because the other dragon zombie was like there was something I could do, kind of. The other Draco zombie I could like go. And this one you can't go. I never played any Dead Risings. That's another thing Sis tried to get me to play once, and I was like, nope. Yeah, I know there's that hill where you go up, but I don't want to go up. Just talking like a baby. I'm sleepy. I don't want to go up. There, I guess I could avoid the poison gunk that he spits out with that, right? I just don't know how I'm going to be able to hit him from up there unless I yeet it way the hell from off the top of the fucking... Jump from the top of the rope. If I do some spot monkey antics, maybe I could get him. So that's what we're about to do. Somebody get my fucking leotard. Mega Man X is a good one. It's a pretty harsh drop. Is that not also though because like it became like a cash-in? Mega Man X is a good one, and Mega Man Classic is not one. Which is funny because, like, years ago, so much of the internet believed that to be true, including me. All because I watched that Brental Floss video. He had me believing that the Mega Mans after Mega Man, like, 2 and 3 were bad. And it was only when I played the greats that I realized that they were not bad. They were actually good. Which is funny, I don't know like where, like I get why people thought that because Brental Floss was popular, but where did he get that idea? Yeah, you don't even have Dustman until Mega Man 4, and Dustman's a 10. He was drawn by the One Punch Man guy. It's fucked up. Yeah, MM7 shite. MM7 is one of the coolest ones. Alright, I'm gonna try to... Let's see. Sizz, that was a good idea. We took more health off of him than I think. Than I thought. We took more health off of him than I think. You know, Sizz. I'm just gonna go for a little stab, and then I'm gonna go back up. Says we took off more health of him than I think. Alright, ready? I think the thing about Ego Raptor and OOT is that they're like OOT I think is a little different because like that's something everyone's played. Whereas I feel like when the Mega Man, like when that Brentalfloss Mega Man video came out, I feel like it was like more boomers on the internet had played Mega Man. But like I think because of OOT is like more notorious than the classic Mega Mans, at least like with right now, it's yeah, it was already something people would say. So I think it's honestly weird that if Ego Raptor was trying to be contrarian, that he went so hard, that he buckled down so hard on that game, because it was already something that was out there. The two games that people on the internet would tell you were the most overrated, at least when I was coming up, were Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII. Those are like the two that I feel like are the classic overrated game to like the mindset of like internet people, at least at the time it was, and that was way before Ego Raptor made that video. I feel like that was why he couldn't make a dent, is because that idea already kind of existed. But both games are actually great, and come on, you gotta play them. They're the greats. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. What was the other thing Sizz said? Maybe the red dragon's back now. Games weren't like that before those. Yeah, kind of. There are a lot of little things people don't think about that are a tribute to those games. You know how in this game when you click the right stick and you lock on Zelda? This is what the Zoomers don't know. I mean, there might have been there's probably a game that had like a lock on like that before Zelda, but I can't think of one. The thing that every character action game has. Zelda. Hey, what the heck? Let's go see if he's back. Yoo-hoo. Alright, fine. I'll get your Pete's. I'll play with your Pete's. Oh yeah, the swamp. Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild revolutionized games for sure too. Which is funny because open world games were already something I was kind of tired of seeing by the time Breath of the Wild came out. But then it's like since Breath of the Wild, there's been that Breath of the Wild flavor on all open world shit like that kind of. It's funny how times change. All right, we're gonna see if Dragon Master Fire Flame of the Peats will come back, and if he doesn't, I'll go to the swamp. Sizz. Aha! I just had to go kill another dragon kin. Maybe the dragon zombie was the soul of his dead mother that never tickled his peats. This is a stupid stream. This one's bad. But this dragon is pretty cool. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna run in. Here's what I'm gonna do. Run in, give him a hit. Go behind. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. No. It's that shit that always fucking gets me. Where did he go? Ah! I can't even tell where he is. I need a chug-a-lug. Does he go back over there? Okay, that's what's happening. All right, I need to make it. I need to make it in there. I think I can get over to him from here. This kind of sucks to fight. No! Dragon! Wow. He's just like all over me. Ah! No. Fuck this dragon. This dragon sucks. He's not fun. He stinks. He's the hardest guy. Was there a warp to the swamp, sis? What's the fastest way to the swamp? Is it Daughter of Chaos? We can go see our bay. What's up, Wrigley? Wrigley, you're never gonna believe it or not. Hello, bay. Look at my fucking swagger. This is raw. What's the character who like has their big sword on their over their shoulder and they like tap their sword and then they do like a come here? Who is it? Dante? Who does? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Tap over the shoulder and then they like reach their hand. Orin, that's who it is. I was like, it's some PS2 character. It's Orin. They tap and then they put their hand out and they do like a come on motion. Yeah, that's who it is. I was like, as I was like walking like that, I was like imagining myself doing it. Yeah, pretty cool guy. Remember when we were here before? And we fought Quelaag? I kind of liked that fight. I thought that fight was pretty solid. The fights that suck are like the butterfly sucked. The first guys are, the first couple guys you fight are pretty harmless. They're all pretty fine. Who else just big sucked? All of the Asylum Demon variants are like fine. The Scorpion Demon was kind of that fight was kind of not that good, but it's kind of funny. I think there was a thing I could have got that let me walk on the fire, right? Or maybe that was, I don't know. I feel like I got something like a bit down the road. It might have been last week that I was like, I bet I could have used this on the Scorpion Demon. Do you remember what that was, Sis? Gaping Dragon was alright. What were the other guys we... What did we even do on this game? Who did I fight in... Oh, Ornstein and Smau. I was like, who did I fight in Anor Londo? Are they the only boss fight there? Was that the one where I was negative boss? Can you believe we've only been negative boss one time? There were whole Bloodborns, you guys, where we didn't do anything. There were entire Bloodborns where we did nothing. And I know only Sis remembers. My all Final Fantasy character tier list has 4 FF14 characters in the top 5 in Aerith. That's fine. What am I putting on, sis? Rusted iron ring. Oh yeah. This will make it easier for us to Goa. Oh, it makes us much more Goa. Yo, look at this guy. He seeked the flame. Our homie? That was the guy? Was that the guy from Firelink? I thought I just saw him up there. Well, rip. I loved that guy. Whoops. Listen, 14 characters might get time to develop, but does any character in Final Fantasy 14... Is any character in Final Fantasy 14 a little caveman guy who jumps around on the Veldt and goes, I'm your friend? Because sometimes I feel like that's more important than development. You know what I'm saying? You can like characters for whatever reason. Oh yeah, Thancred. Yo, look who it is! Hey, your daughter was looking for you, guy. He's sleeper. This man is... This is one of the, like, most dangerous places. How is he sleeper down here?
Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip
Hey,
back.
homie. No
by my
sweat.
knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps?
I got all the moss you need, brother.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this.
Woohoo.
Please, take this. A symbol of my appreciation.
Look at his sword. Oh, he's got this Y. Yo, Ra. This is a pretty cool shield, actually.
Well, our fates do seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord
Hey, I think
Wayne.
I'm gonna go kick that guy's ass in a couple streams, maybe. Base, stab me up, dog. I bet that the spiked piercer shield or whatever it's called does a good bit of damage if you do like the like this move. Whoops! Hey, stay away from my guy, dude. How did you fall asleep with these bloodthirsty leeches over here?
The poison swamp, like quicksand in there.
Not if you have the old rusted ring. You want that too? Oh, thank you.
The poison swamp, like quicksand in there. The poison swamp, like
This guy's so funny. Does he ever reunite with his little onion, with his little sig dot? The poison swamp. It's like quicksand in there. You gotta let me know where they come back together, sis. Also, what happened to the dot? What, didn't we see her like some other place? We saw her at Firelink, or no, we saw her at, was she at the library? And then she showed up to Firelink. The avalanche. I will kill every leech in the world. Am I done down here, sis? Or... I guess you would... Why would he be in Orlando and then down here again? I guess if you came down here to fight the witch. Or if you came down here for Bed of Chaos and came that way, you could find him down here. Does he go through, like, the other areas of the Lord Vessel areas? Because I'm not going back to Tomb of the Giants if he's down there. We'll just let that quest... I'll watch the Vati video on that one. I've since forgotten how to get around that area. Are these guys... Did I do this? Did I kill these guys? Wild. Crazy. Questline had some changes. Interesting. Is there like an end goal to it? Because I will do it. I want to see like if he reunites with his little sig dot. That's cute. I want to see that. I think there was another way I could go over there. That's where I thought I was going, actually. I don't know why I went this other way. Unless it's Lupa. Is it Lupa? I went up here, right? This was the part that I was like, thinking I may not have explored that thoroughly. Was this shit around here. I guess we went up this. Because remember when we came here before, we were like dying. I guess we did go here. Illusory wall? Oh! Alright, cool. What's this? Maybe some poison. Whoa! Maybe some poison moss? Oh, that's nice. 2. And you would have only known 2 if you had checked for mimics. Thank you, the super. Yo, the Great Hollow. This is a whole area? What the fuck? Oh, Steiner. Whee. Jesus. We got a whole tree zone down here. Am I gonna have to fight Stropers? Speaking of Final Fantasy. Do I want to kindle this? I have 18 Estises. I think I'm okay for now. Whoa! That scared me. I thought I was gonna have to fight one for a second. This is cool. This was here? Sis, why didn't you tell me? Is this an illusory wall? Oh, I thought it might be. This is like a Donkey Kong level. A DKC level. Did you guys... Oh, that was one of those little glowy guys, huh? Well, fuck him. Whoops. Hey, I just got a bonfire, so who cares? Oh, this was where Will found? Dang it, Will one-upped me on the secrets. I could never allow that to happen. Because then what ground do I have to stand on to be like, yo, Will, did you find this one? Oh, it did. What game did I do that for? Was it this game? Is this where you got cursed, or did you get cursed by the basilisks? Worst night of my life. Oh, I'm dying here. Oh! Ah! This is just what this whole area is going to be. That was the night that broke him on the game. Except, didn't you beat Ornstein and Smell? This was one place he got cursed. Oh, Steven. Alright, there's something over there, right? How else would I get to it? Maybe from that one? Can I drop onto that one, potentially? Looks like I probably can live that. Send me on my way. This is like a fake send me on my way. Yeah, this is like that area in Bloodborne. Hey, Night Kingo. That like long room where you fall down and at the end you fight that Satan. The one Satan in the game. I love calling things a Satan. Did you guys notice that? It's something that I do a lot. Whoops. We may never hit the bottom. When you say when, I say it might not happen. All right, is this where I fell? Here we go. There is something in there, though, right? So don't I want to go up this? They call this the send me on my way snare. They call this the send me on my way snaggle. Oh, this is where I came in. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Aha! Yes. 2 twinkling titanites. Look at these little guys. Little scoochy. There's another one like directly below me too, right? Or is this that other? Is this just like where I was before? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I think we're good so far. I'm just gonna go until we get through here. If it's like super long, then tell me. But otherwise, I'm just gonna go until we get through. Even if we go a little beyond 2:30. Steiner? God? I swear there was... I swear that there was a guy in here who had an item orb. And I think the game has decided that he's now up there. Unless he was up there the whole time. But I don't think that's what happened. Let's see, I guess. The fuck? Oh. Ooh. I'm gonna die and see if he'll come back. This is a long fucking area. Look how far down it goes. Should we just try to get to the bottom, do you think, Sis? Because it seems like a lot of the shit in here is probably... Like, we could have come here a long time ago. It's probably pretty outdated. Well, we'll get it if the game decides it exists again, Sis. There it is. Alright, it's back. Don't panic. It's back. Wait! Maybe I'm seeing it in the wrong place. Hold on. I swear I just saw it. Okay, hold on. Wait. I swear I just saw the item. Oh, it's because it is the wrong place. Maybe I can break through there, though, then. That... Is it an illusion? This is tricksy. Unless it is above. Yeah, it must be just up there, and I was seeing the shadow. I thought the game was like bugging. Never mind, I get it now. All right, well, how do I get in there then? I can probably roll from somewhere or just jump. I might just be able to jump it from over here. Send me my way. Oh, that's gonna... I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Can I get, like, down into the top of the central tree? Because that would work, too. Here we go. Chloranthy ring. Oh, this is good. This would have been so useful. Except it looks like it's a... Yeah, it is an effect. Well, it won't let me use... Oh, because I don't have the right thing. Okay, well, it does... So this does do a... I guess it's like Havel's, or like the stance ring, too. We probably are good on the poise. We probably are at a point where we don't need, like, more poise from the wolf ring. So maybe I will fuck with this for a while. But we gotta see what's at the bottom of this place, right? Whoops. Whee. It seems good just for running around. Book of the Guilty. Book of the Guilty. That's where we already went. That seems like a good place to farm those little dudes if we wanted to. But I feel good about our shield. I think our shield is fine. Look how much faster it zips back. Whip! Think of how many more two-handed heavy attacks I could throw out with this. Shits are gonna be coming out like crazy. Check this out. Boop. Ha ha ha! Of course. Will. What the fuck? Get away from me, you crazy. These guys are so weird. Remember when we found out that their eyes were head? Fucking asshole. That's pretty funny. He'd be like, Will, where did you get cursed? We'll just be like, Steiner, you don't know. Whoops. That was dumb. I disagree with that. I think the game just pushed me off, kind of. That was like weird collision. Hours. Alright, now how did I get there again is what I want to know. I guess I went to that one. Whoops. I like that they give you a bonfire right here. I think in Bloodborne, from what I remember, the puzzle, the falling down the, which is a lot smaller than this one. The falling down puzzle room in Bloodborne is like in the top of the cathedral or something. Or like you have to like go through a decent bit to get to it. Like that's away from a lantern. At least in this one, you just can go. It's like it like spawns you at the top of the ride. Those physics, though. All right, so we came over here, and then did I drop onto that one? I think that's where the basilisks are. Here they come. Uh-oh. Don't curse me, please. Get out of that curse buildup. It drains so fast, though. This one's on Will. Just kidding. All you would need to do is get, like, double teamed by them once, kind of. Once it's built up, then it's landed, right? When it lands, it doesn't go away. Alright, this. I want to get on that. But I swear it pushed me off last time. Maybe I can just get it with like a roll to keep my footing. Yeah. Alright. Whoa, no. Titanite chunk. That could have been useful for me like 2 seconds ago when I already had enough of those. So it couldn't have been useful. Fatty. Hey, shut up. Come on now. Can I keep going? I guess this means I'm like too big to get through here. It's kind of funny. Alright, what's my next way then? Just over here probably. Okay. Whee! Do I dare? Send me my way. Yeah. I think this would have been a fun little distraction to find on the way to Quelaag. I wish we had found it, but I appreciate not being told about it either. Now that we're at the end where we want to like see all the things, a good time to be like, hey, did you know there was this whole fucking weird root zone that you didn't go to? Yeah, I guess that's true also. Like, that's gonna kill me. How? I'm almost down. Did I fuck myself here? Uh-oh. Can I jump to that one? That is a hell of an ask. Ah! Hey, LFG. Whoa. I wanted that item up there, though. It probably doesn't matter. Ooh, there was more? This reminds me of, there was this place I used to go to when I was a kid, this science museum, that had this cool, like, big, tall tree thing that you could go to. You could climb up. You would, like, go up inside it, and I would always play that I was, like, a raccoon or something. You could, like, go up and climb up inside this, like, really big, tall tree thing. It was, like, really cool and weird. And also, there were parts of it that I remember going into that I'm pretty sure you weren't supposed to go to. Because I was like, I had like a little child body. I could like squeeze through these like bars to get to like this part that I think was just like part of the structure of like the sculpture of this thing. It's like one of those things that like I remember from being a kid, but I also question if it was even possibly real at all, or if it was like a complete fever dream, because it seemed so impossibly cool. Hey guy, what's up, dude? Oh, he's Petch. Sorry, Petch. I'm breaking you. You deserved it. I don't know what you did, but you deserved it. Well, you know, just to put him out of his misery. Hey, did you guys know that 2 Weird Champ Fridays in a row I beat Will at the race? I'm getting that one, Kit. We would have to come down so much further to get... This is so fucking big. There's so much down here. What will the next race be? Yeah, we're like super far down. This is fucking crazy. One of these was... I could drop off of this, it looked like, and there was an item. Is it over here? It seemed like it was, but I guess... Yeah, there we go. Well, I think we're playing the Super next, and we all know that Will hates the Super. Ah! Ah! What the fuck? What was that? Did I just see the forest's procession? I think I just saw some shit I wasn't supposed to see. I think I saw the Fae. I saw that like the Fantasia like one where all the little like the forest is coming to life. That's what I just saw. That's fucked up. That's like genuinely scary. If I saw that and I didn't already know there were basilisks down here, that would have fucked me up. Well, ladder. Did I go down this before? What the fuck? Well, this is handy. I guess I was probably just like jumping around before on the way down here. I don't think there was really anything else. I think there was like one treasure we didn't get, but I kind of just want to see what's at the bottom now. I think it's the forest spirits. This is cool. This would be another area that if I played this when I was younger, I would remember so fondly. I'd be like, oh man, that area is so cool. Like that you like go down all these routes and you're like going deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, this would have been formative for sure. But now that I'm an adult, I'm just like, oh, let me try to, yo, I'll go give that to Nito, who I killed. Now that I'm an adult, I'm like, oh, let me just try to like 100% complete, like check all the boxes, like get everything. When I was a kid, I would have been enthralled by this. I would have felt like I was truly going into the depths of the earth myself. Uh-oh. Don't get cursed. Uh-oh, Will. Ah! I guess I would rather die than get cursed. We don't have any of our skull things left. All right, this is the run. We're gonna get all the way to the bottom on this one. Oh, I didn't go here before. There's a bunch of more shit down here then. Wait, is this up from there? Did I not? Maybe I just didn't realize that was over there. There's 2 of those twinkling guys. That's cool. You know, I can't wait to play Elden Ring. I think I'm going to have a blast with it. And you know what I also think I'm going to do with it is not go like insanely hard on it. I think that was my problem. That was like the mindset I was in when I played Breath of the Wild, and I do like that game. I enjoyed it. It was definitely. I definitely don't think I'll like. I don't think I like cherish it, but the first 10 hours or so of Breath of the Wild are magical. They're a magical thing. And I think if I had experienced that magic, like that magicalness for like as long as I wanted to, and then just beat the game and been out of it, I would have had more fun. But I did go and get every shrine, like did all that, and like that was fun too. I got to see like a lot of cool stuff that I don't think I would have otherwise seen. And there are some shrines that are hidden in like cool places. But I think with Elden Ring, I'm just gonna just vibe until I'm like, yeah. And then I'm just gonna go for the bosses and beat the game. Motherfucker! Should we do this next time? Sis, after we get to the leaders of the forest down there, is there anything after that really? Like, are we close to the end of this big pit? Okay. I'm going for it then. Damn it. Dang it. Man. Alright, fine. We'll go till 3 a.m. And I'll wake up, turn around tomorrow, play tag. Wake up at 11:30 playing a game of tag. Oh no. All my clothes are dirty, so I'm smelling like a game of tag. Ah! Go to pour my coffee and I hurt my back. OMG, that is just like tag. I'm not even really laughing right now. I'm fake laughing. I do think it's funny though. That was the most played up laugh I've ever thought about. Do you ever do something sometimes and you're like, and you like take a moment and pause and you're like, I'm being a fake bitch right now? That was me kind of just there for a second. when you're like doing something and you just have to take that pause and being like, I'm being a fake bitch. I am being bitchy. You ever get that vibe? I get it sometimes. You're just like, just be normal. Just stop. I'm glad TAC is back, you guys. I've been having fun. I'm having fun playing it. Again, I was nervous about playing it because I never did a speed game before. And again, I don't think it's gonna. I'm gonna like continue really to run the game. I don't think I'm really gonna continue to like speed run the game much after we do SGM. But it's just fun to like have like the couple months of time frame and be like, yeah, I can just learn this decently okay. I just think it's like I just didn't know I could do that, so it's just like a fun thing to now know you can do. Hey, that's annoying. I was also being bitchy at work the other day, and I got like 3 not excellent surveys, and I was like, yeah, I guess it was all that day. Like, my surveys are really good this month, but they've dropped to like, I mean, they're still like in the right zone. They're just like right on the line now, and they were really good before. And I like checked it today. I was at 32 out of 34 excellent, and now I'm 30 like 8 out of 34 or like 32 out of 37 or something. The fellas, the cutas. Don't punch ya. Hey, I swore never to hurt one, and I never will. I will never, ever, ever, ever hurt one. But yeah, I was like, I checked my my stats today, and I was like, oh, I got 4 I mean, and I wouldn't even say that they're like, it's not like they're bad surveys. They're just not excellent, and excellent is the only thing that matters for us because it's I work for a fucking corporation. But I was like, oh, that's gonna be Wednesday then. I was like, oh, those 4 non-excellents that I got, yeah, that's about to be Wednesday. Just catching up with me because I was in a bad mood. I know, they want their little home all for themselves. Yo, what's up, Chromados also? He puncha. He went, meh. Look at that, look. Do it. Oh. Look at it. Oh. Hey, give me one of those little, dap me up, homie. I love these guys. Oh, big guys. Brr. The little ones go, and the big ones go, brr. Brr. Alright, I guess we'll go down here. Oh wait, is this where I came from? Doesn't look like it. Oh! Oh my god. Are we down on the lake? Oh, yo, this is wrong. Oh, this is where we're stopping. This is so cool. Remember when we saw this from the, we've done a lot. We have all of the Lord's souls right now. We're just doing shit we missed. We're doing shit we didn't find. We saw this on the way down to Nido. Oh man, this is so cool. Everybody put Shisinga. Everybody has it. It's a Twitch, whatever you call it, Twitch bitch. Oh, another. Yo, this area also has music, by the way. This gives me such like End of Ava vibes. Or I think I was comparing it to like Nausicaa, kind of. Oh my God, Will, you made it down here and we're cursed. This is raw. So this is like way underneath the world, kind of, right? This is like down below it all. This is raw. I love like a bottom of the world. I think, this seems like a good place to call it. Surfing the beaches of the abyss. Yeah, that makes sense. Like those are the roots of the giant trees that like poke up through the world. This reminds me of the Kingdom Hearts 2 final beach. This reminds me of the beach that makes you old. You know when they're sitting on the beach? It's just this like this abyssal like water coming out and then like the sand. I think the sand is a nice touch down here. All right, beach week's back, baby. Let's fucking go. Yeah, cuz I guess if you didn't have the ability to warp, you would need to fight all the way back up that tree and out of the bog. Nothing that ever happened on that beach made sense. I think for next week I'm going to make a like an audio recording of me going, and I'm going to have Isaac help me mix it so that it sounds like it's the background of the music on this game. And I'm just going to play it in like a YouTube window in the background and see if anyone notices that I am also chanting along with these guys. That's what I'm going to do for next week. So those 3 or 4 of you that are here right now, don't fucking tell. I'm also not going to do that. Hey, I don't know how much else is down here, but I think this is where we'll call it because it feels like a cool place to do it. Even if there's like maybe a boss or something, like over there, or maybe there's just like an item or something to get. Even if it's just a little bit, I'm cool with that. And then next time, what will we start the DLC, Sis? Let's look at my trophy. I haven't played another game on PlayStation in so long. The last thing I played on here was The Blob 2, like before Dark Souls. And then I tried Deathloop. I'm sorry. I tried to get into you, and I didn't. I don't know. The gunplay wasn't that fun. I wasn't vibing with the gameplay, like, loop. I didn't really get it. I also never died, so I never really even got to see what it was like. But the vibe, like, the aesthetic was kind of cool. Sorry, Deathloop. Maybe again some other time. When we play Danganronpa, though, I will not have to switch consoles to stream, and I love it when that's, like, the era that we're in. Because I'm going to play that on here and Dark Souls. Well, but Dark Souls will probably be over just about by that time, and then I will have to switch again. Oh my god, I'll have to play a game on the Wii U. I'm playing the Shadow of the Colossus games. What the fuck is that studio called? Why can I not remember it now? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm looking it up. Team Eco. It was that simple. I guess that's probably why I couldn't remember it. I kept trying to say no, sis. The actual the actual developers that made all those games. And I think they're part of Sony Japan. We're just Googling things now. I'm looking it up. Team Ick. Yeah, they were part of Sony Japan. We're playing all those next. I don't want to play the Wii U. That's not true. I'll play the Super. I don't think the Super would even take that long. Did you guys know I've never beat that game? Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I have gotten to the final boss, and I'd never beat it. And I mean, I could beat it like now, but when I was a kid, that boss was so hard for me. And then I think I played through the whole game again and got to it, and I still couldn't beat it. And it really is like, I remember I watched Odin play that game, and he like swept through the whole game up until then, and it still took him like 2 hours, like an hour and a half to beat the boss. It's just hard. I never beat it. But I've also never been back to it since, like, I was in... I think the last time I tried would maybe have been, like, early high school. I've never been back to it since then. So I think it will be fun to, like, go back. I've played through the beginning of the game a lot, kind of. I think I've beaten it. Like, I've gotten through the early part of it, like, a bunch. Yo, who could this be? I'm not going to open it up because I don't want to know, but... Look. Here's the 4 fiends. Priscilla is down here past that. And I would assume... I guess it's either the final boss or... I would assume beating the final boss would be, like, one of these ones up here. Usually it is, right? Like one of these other hidden ones. But who could this be? Maybe he's down here in the abyss. Yeah, but 47%? Let's go. Yo, I also got to a new trophy level, it looks like. I am going to platinum to Blob too, though. You guys don't even know. I didn't even get that far into it. Look at how many levels there are left on this. Look at how many gold trophies there are, too. And, you guys, a silver trophy for beating every level on the Blob. You gotta farm these games. You gotta play these good games. Yeah, I've done the beginning, like, I've done that first mountain, like, where you fight the egg thing at the top. I've done that first part so many times. I used to do that a lot with games, though. So that was, like, I played that and Paper Mario would have come out the year after. That was 2003. Superstar Saga came out, and Mario, 1000 Year Door came out in 2004. And I think I had them at right about the exact same time. But I did beat 1000 Year Door on my very first childhood playthrough run, and this was back in the day when I thought the best way to beat Paper Mario was to, like, just put it all into HP. Like, I didn't understand anything. I, like, didn't know RPGs yet, really. I hadn't played Tales of Symphonia yet. I think I may have had Final Fantasy IV on the Game Boy Advance, but I didn't know anything about that yet. So I just didn't know what to do. But I beat Shadow Queen. That's the final boss of 1000 Year Door. Spoilers. And I did it by, it was the first moment where I was like, I realized that, like, just because I was stuck, it didn't mean it was over. And so I left the entire dungeon. I bought Ultra Shrooms, and I went all the way back in, and then I beat it. And it was the moment where it clicked that I was like, just use the resources of the game instead of bash your head against a wall. And I've never went back. It taught me a super valuable lesson to pay attention to what's in the game. And so when you get stuck, just think, like, what can I do instead of be stuck? And I think a lot of the time that's all you need to get out. Going to buy healing items is not like a super, it's not like a very tricky thing, but it gave me that mindset going forward. But I beat that one. I never beat Superstar Saga. Both very difficult final bosses. Way harder than the game. Except in 1000 Year Door, I got stuck multiple times. The fucking Smorg. I was stuck on the Smorg. I was stuck on Captain Cortez for so long. Like, every single step of the way. There was something new that reared up to defeat me. I'm just gabbing now. Guys, thank you for coming out. Yeah, those are the 3. Thank you for coming out to the show. Thanks to Sizz for the 53-month resub. Insane. Comb for the resub. Pixie for the bits. Squid Game. And Zebra for the raid. Thank you, guys. It was a fun sesh. We're positive, boss. We're down in the bottom. Yeah, I also did that, Sizz. Hey, but not anymore. Based. How many do we think we have left? 2? 3? It's funny that this one is not longer than Zelda, but Or this one, it will be longer than Zelda, but it does not feel longer than Zelda. Zelda felt really long. And we've taken a bunch of breaks from this, too. Like a whole month's worth of extra, like, time that we didn't stream just from breaks. Though I guess we always kind of do that for Weird Champ. It's inconsistent. But it's more consistent than not, I think. It's consistent enough. I know someday I'm going to have to, like... Someday I'm going to have to get rid of this block. Maybe not, but I feel like it'll eventually go. And that'll be a big fucking Taiga salute. Hey, have a good weekend, guys. I will probably see you for TAC tomorrow. I need more practice. I want to practice the end of the game again, and then I'm going to try to do a whole full run. I think I'm still going to use my little guide that I made, so I'm not going to do splits or anything on it yet. But we're getting close to that point. We're getting there. I played through like 3/4 of it in Call the other night, and most of it I just kind of did, like, remembering what I would needed to do. There were a couple things I forgot about, but that's what I think we'll do tomorrow. We'll do the end of the stuff that we didn't do last week, and then I'll do a whole run through. All right. Well, if you'll be there, then see you there. For right now, big love. Thanks for coming over. Bye.